वेलकम टू प्रिंस शॉर्ट एंड हाउस। हरियाणा एंड पंजाब हाई कोर्ट चंडीगढ़ में स्किल टेस्ट अभी होने वाला, उसके लिए स्पेशल डिक्टेशन हम दे रहे हैं। ट्रायल पेसेज आपको अपनी परफॉर्मेंस पता लगती है, ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के बाद आप चेक करते हैं। एक एडवाइज इसमें मैं आपको दे रहा हूं कि अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपका सिलेक्शन हो जाए तो कम से कम 5 से 7 ट्रांसक्रिप्शन आपको डेली करनी होंगी। और हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पर कुछ एक्सरसाइज 600 वर्ड है, कुछ एक्सरसाइज 800 वर्ड है जो स्पेशल ट्रायल पैसेज ही है। और साथ में हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पर ऑलरेडी लीगल डिक्टेशंस के नाम से प्लेलिस्ट में मिलेंगी आपको। उनकी प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, रेगुलर कीजिए और जिससे कि आपका पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट आए। हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। 800 वर्ड्स ट्रायल पैसेज, 80 वर्ड्स ए मिनट, रियल जजमेंट। बी रेडी, start. There is no doubt that code of criminal procedure in form of various sections from various chapters thought of providing expeditious remedy, which is very basic principle to criminal justice system, but due to too much of idealistic hangover and the so-called noble presumption that our police machinery will be objective and efficient while handling a case has taken us in the country where the basic principle of criminal justice has ended into disaster and the notion of expeditious remedy has taken the back seat. Section 50 of the code, which casts the obligation on the police that in case of arrest without warrant, the arrestee should be informed of the grounds of arrest as well as whether right to bail exists in that matter or not, so as to avail the remedy. But this procedure is hardly followed by police personnel. He is moreover the judgments like Vimal Kumar Sharma versus State of UP in fact support the approach of police officers and provide them a way out to right guaranteed under Article 22 of Indian Constitution by saying that ground of arrest need not said immediately but as soon as possible, hence providing a space where the officials can apply their whims and fancies. Section 57 of the code casts an obligation on the police to produce the person arrested before magistrate within 24 hours, but there exist serious doubts when cases like Manoj Kumar Agarwal versus State of UP are reported, in which High Court held that non-production within 24 hours will not make the arrest illegal. So in a way, High Court even accepts the reality. Section 157, which provides for procedure for investigation, gives the IO an unfettered power in matter of cognizable offence because arrest has been made discretionary under this section, and worries of the Supreme Court in the case of Jogendra Kumar, and hence giving of direction to the government to issue instructions to the department. Section 167 of the code provides for the procedure when investigation cannot be completed within 24 hours. Although under subsection 2 of section 167, the period within which the investigation needs to be completed is 60 or 90 days, depending upon the nature of punishment, but our reports are full of such decisions in which the investigation has not been completed within the stipulated period of time, and courts dare to state that if investigation is not completed within stipulated period, then detention will not become illegal and the bail will be given only when the accused is ready to furnish the bail bond. The logic behind not giving suo motu bail in above mentioned cases need to be relooked. The question why a person should suffer when investigating agency is not able to wind up its investigation within 2 or 3 months needs to be answered, because after all, unless proved guilty, the accused will not be called guilty in the eyes of law. Subsection 5 makes it more horrible when it gives chance to agency to satisfy the magistrate the reason of not completing the investigation even within 6 months. When a bail petition is filed before the court, a peculiar procedure is followed in courts, especially in lower courts, that is, without the submission of case diary, the hearing on the petition will not start. That is, 3-4 chances are given to the office of public prosecutor to send the requisition slip demanding the diary to be produced before the court. This giving of 3 to 4 chances means that accused will have to be in jail for some days, and hence he will have to suffer the mental agony, although he has not yet been declared guilty in the eyes of law. The chapter nowhere expressly provides for following the above mentioned procedure, but the only defense that can be given in support of that procedure will be the compliance with the phrase ensuring whether there exists reasonable ground of the accused being guilty or not. But the question which needs to be answered is that what is the extent of jeopardizing the liberty of one person to ensure whether there exists reasonable ground or not. The above mentioned lacuna firstly affects the quick disposal of bail, and later they are responsible for delay in sentencing. So the conclusion that can be drawn from the above discussion is the fact that despite so many provisions in criminal procedure code regarding bail or matters related with it, although drafted in good manner so as to ensure speedy justice, due to some or other reasons as discussed above, code is not able to provide speedy justice. So direction can be given in the form of a writ of mandamus to the lower courts to consider bail petitions as fast as possible for them, but the point of caution that is to be noted is the fact that whenever such a direction is issued, then the High Court must take care that the speedy disposal must not cause injustice, because it is expected fact that if justice delayed is justice denied, then justice hurried is justice buried. Stop.